In my last video, I talked about the iconic, nightmare-inducing fib episode of Veggietales, so I figured it would be cool to revisit its sister episode, The Rumor Weed. Although, I can't really use the term revisit because I never actually watched this episode as a small child. I looked at the VHS cover for this episode, and I was like, nope. Apparently this one was so frightening to children that the creators of the show considered just taking Veggietales off the title entirely.
I remember I was working on the design for the Rumor Weed, and we were going back and forth with how scary she should look and how funny she should look. And I just remember I was doing a scary drawing of the Rumor Weed, and my son came up to me, and he was just a little boy at the time, and he just...
We begin this episode with seeing two little peas walking home from the movie theater. Then the peas get mugged.
Hey kids, could you spare a nickel? We're not supposed to talk to strangers, and no, I don't have any extra money. Oh, really? Well, how about $1.28? But that's my milk money.
Is $1.28 like even worth mugging someone for? What is the economy like in Veggietale world? I wanna live there. Then the mugger runs up on a rooftop for some reason, and then he runs into Larry Boy, who is also on the rooftop.
I believe you have something that belongs to those boys. Well, Who are you? I'm Larry Boy.
And Larry goes like crazy. He starts like throwing the guy off the roof. Martin Scorsese was inspired by this film for the scene in Wolf of Wall Street. If it wasn't clear, Larry Boy is like a parody of Batman, but the old Tim Burton Batman from the 80s. And I only really bring that up because I really want them to do a modern Larry Boy episode where he's like Robert Pattinson Batman.
Vengeance won't change the past. Mine or anyone else's.
Then, Larry knocks the plant off the balcony, and it falls onto the telephone line. It starts absorbing gossip from the phone line. That's not a vegetable. Then the rumor weed falls onto the ground. It does a scary smile, and it's like, Then we see Alfred talking to a bunch of baby veggies, one of whom is literally just Larry with glasses and clothes. They're all just kind of staring at him. I feel like that's very realistic depiction of being that age. You don't really know what's going on or what adults are even saying half the time. Also, if you notice in the background, there's a poster with the fib on it. Alfred says something weird, and Junior and Laura think that he's a robot.
Would you like to stay and watch?
Oh, that sounds like fun, but I'm a bit winded from my storytelling, so I think I'd better go home and recharge my batteries.
What? Then the rumor weed appears, and it has like glasses and hair and a necklace.
Keep what to yourselves?
You're a talking weed.
I'm a talking weed, you're a talking carrot. Your point was?
Apparently they designed the rumor weed after Joan Rivers, but to me it looks more like Trump. Junior and Laura tell the weed they think Alfred is a robot, and he goes all over town telling everyone. Larry gets a call about there being a bunch of weeds around town.
Weeds? Terrible weeds popping up all over Bumbleberg. Larry Boy cannot stop them. Our property values will plummet.
This leads into a banger song.
I'm a rumor weed. I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need.
Larry then tries to kill the weed. It doesn't work.
I'm gonna try plan B.
What would happen if it did work? I mean, the thing talks, it's sentient. Would that count as murder? Larry goes back to his little cave, and Alfred shows him there are a bunch of weeds growing everywhere, and if they grow too much, then they're gonna destroy the entire town.
And at the rate they're growing, if we can't find a way to stop them,
Bumbleberg will be really weedy.
oh, it's worse than that. These weeds are strong enough to break up sidewalks, smash through brick walls. If we can't stop them, Bumbleberg will be
destroyed.
Then Larry like flies in his little car.
Goodbye, bumbly bird!
Larry gets into the tunnel. He's like,
Oh, look! It's just the little one! What was I so nervous about?
but unbeknownst to Larry, there's actually a big weed behind him. Ah! Above ground, Alfred goes to alert people that Larry's stuck in the sewers. I love that this one cop is just sleeping on the job. No wonder children are getting mugged. Alfred goes into the town to rally help for Larry, but everyone is afraid of him because they think he's a robot.
I heard he wants to take over the world!
I heard there are teenagers inside him that know karate.
Our children are in danger!
I'm not a robot! I'm British!
Then Junior's dad comes in and he's like, dang it, Junior, can you go 1 week without indirectly destroying the town? Junior's dad gives everyone a big lecture.
If you hear something about someone that sounds bad, or even just weird, you should ask them about it, or ask your mom or dad. But don't spread rumors. Even if it's true, God doesn't want us to tell stories that can hurt. He wants us to spread nice words.
And they get everyone to say nice things about Alfred.
Well, I remember when Alfred helped me out with my dinner party. A scary robot wouldn't do that.
He helped me change the tire.
He carried my groceries for me.
He helped us with our bake sale!
And then the weed dies. Then Larry comes up from the sewers and he says something silly and everyone is happy.
Is there a flower show?
Something worth noting is that this was actually envisioned as one of the last half-hour episodes of Veggietales. The creator, Phil Vischer, wanted to make them longer and longer from this point on. But then the Veggietales movie did not do well financially, and they lost a bunch of money, and so they actually just had to keep them at 30 minutes. That's not really relevant to the episode, I just thought it was kind of interesting. That's all I really have to say about this episode. Let me know what you want me to review next in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye!